Yo, are you reading more? Dude, we got ChatGPT now. We don't need to do that anymore. Bruh, you wasting your freaking time with that.
Jason is a member of the big four slasher villains that rocketed the genre to success.
Yo, this video essay is taking too long. Put it in 2.5 speed, man. Matter of fact, I don't got attention for this. I just found it short instead. Damn, this shit's 60 seconds though. They doing way too much. Dog, why you training so hard? All those people online are already on steroids, and all those anime superheroes you like are fake, bruh. Like, are you trained to be an athlete? Good luck with that. Do you know how rare that is? Like, my God, bruh. Watching your dietary choices? Man, that takes way too long. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh my God, dude. Just like doing all this extra stuff. What? You think you're better than me? You stuck up prude. I'm just being realistic. Yo dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighbor Jaxblade is back. This video is going to be very passionate because it came from something I've been noticing a lot of, and it's just like affecting a lot of people in their progression, and I just want to be able to cut the head off this hydra so I can help y'all. I saw a post that said, reminder that social media is full of miserable people doing their utter best to drag you down with them. And this reminded me of something I've been saying for years on the fitness side of just like people trying to improve themselves. Do not let people who mitigate their own feelings of inadequacy affect you and your personal goals. If someone sees you doing something they can't do or they just won't do, do not let them be that crab in the bucket that tries to negate the hard work that you are putting in just because they are starting to feel inferior. That is on them, not you. In my 34 years of life, I have seen this many different times across many different situations. And the thing that I notice is, while you can be sympathetic and it's important to have compassion for people out there and stuff like that, if you start to notice that someone is becoming an energy vampire around you, and then there's stuff that you love that you start to lose interest in doing, like it's like, oh man, I just don't feel the passion and joy for like, you know, improving myself or doing this thing anymore because this person is just constantly giving me negative, pessimistic, bitter BS to like deal with, you are not in the wrong for putting up a healthy boundary. Now, yes, if this is a person you are already very close to, it is important to communicate, have a conversation with them, like pull them aside and be like, hey, like, you gotta stop doing this, dude. Like, this is just making me feel this type of way. You should be able to have those type of conversations with your friends or people close to you in your life. And if they're going like, okay, they're receptive to it, that's fine. But if they're people like, no, I'm just gonna double down on it, or they just keep doing it over and over without getting any help or anything like that, then I wanna say this to you right now, you are not in the wrong if we're putting up that healthy boundary or distancing yourself. You are not in the wrong. So many people get into this mindset of like, no, I'm obligated to do this. And it's like, then they start living for other people instead of themselves, and there's a completely different thing. I see groups of people try to clown those people like, wow, they're getting serious when they're like trying to do something to improve their life for the better. And it's just, again, I always say it because I'm a fucking dork, it's like, you know, those Frieza soldiers looking their scouters like, this guy's a freaking loser, not realizing the person is hiding their power level and outclasses them in like so many regards. A lot of people really want you to join like this complacency hive mind like them, and when it's challenged, they start to feel a certain way about themselves that they don't like. So they will do anything in their power to justify bringing you down to their level. For health and fitness, it's primarily in the form of a lot of excuses. And I'm not the person to be like, oh, this is a problem, we need to stop it. I'm a person who gives solutions. So right now, what I'm gonna do is answer as many excuses as possible. So if you are going through something, I got you. Your friendly neighborhood Jaxblade got you, and we're gonna go through this together. A lot of these problems I've already come up with solutions for in depth on my channel. So like my 50+ stuff like the tune breakdown video, I'll point to which ones you can check out throughout this video if you want to fully improve yourself. If you stay consistent with everything I'm about to say, 1 year from now, you will generally be in a much better space. I guarantee you that, all right? That is what I'm all about. 1% better every single day. All you gotta do is stay consistent, and I know you can. So let's get after it. I don't have the willpower for motivation or discipline, all right? That's a simple thing. All you gotta do is build up the neural pathways. This is what makes you want to stay consistent. So what that means is you don't have to go into like a 5 to 6 day a week program right away. You don't have to be doing insane cardio every single day. That's the problem so
so many people have is they overdo it from the jump, all right? All I want you to do is focus on doing 5 to 10 minutes, a little bit of stuff every single day. Like 5 to 10 minutes every single day. That will just get you into the habit of building this up so that you want to gradually get consistent, and then you can add more on top of that, all right? It's a very minimal thing that you can do. Like everyone has 5 to 10 minutes per day, all right? I have tons of stuff here to help you with that. I actually have an entire video right here to show you how to be motivated like your favorite characters like Goku, Naruto, Luffy, etc. Just like, you know, building up those things so that you want to continue progressing for yourself, all right? That is not an excuse anymore. We got that covered. You got this. I just don't have time. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of people have time. They just have a time management problem, all right? As a matter of fact, if you go to my Tackle Life Like Goku video, I broke down like a formula in there that a lot of people in the comment section were like, oh crap, I have so much more extra time that I didn't even realize, because they just don't have good time management skills. You have time, you have 5 to 10 minutes a day. As a matter of fact, a month ago, I did a workout routine that you can do in your bedroom that literally requires like barely any equipment. You can just do it with your backpack, or you can do no equipment whatsoever. It takes 10 minutes. You can do it every other day or every day if you want to, but literally all it's gonna do is help you, and again, build those neural pathways so that you are just building that habit of staying consistent and building yourself up, all right? So yes, you do have time. Be sure to check out those videos. I know for a fact you can do this. I can't pay attention and brain rot is becoming very literal in my case. Okay, so that is a thing of why I made this video earlier this year, because so many people, I saw this thing where someone was saying like, oh, students are having problem like writing essays, they're having problem with critical thinking skills and all these other things like reading a book. They're having problems reading a page of a book. That is not a flex in any regard. So I made this entire video. It's very easy for anyone who deals with like, you know, ADHD or anything to do with like dyslexia or stuff like that, but how you can just go about improving your brain, because remember, the mind is what gives us humans like all our powers, stuff like that. Like this is the thing that separates us from all the creatures on this planet, all right? So check that video right there. It breaks down everything in a very easy, digestible fashion, and it's going to help you to realize that no, my brain is stronger. I've been doing a lot of the stuff for the last 6 months, and I've noticed a lot of stuff just improve in my life, and a lot of people in the comment section are noticing that like stuff is improving in their lives as well, and I absolutely love to see it. But yes, don't let the brain rot stuff fool you or anything like that. You most definitely can build yourself up and get that like nice and strong and healed. You're not too far gone or anything like that. You can most definitely rebuild that brain. I get tired really fast and I'm lazy. All right, that's just becoming a very common thing, especially with all the electronic stuff out there. So if you're not careful, we could end up like Wally. But here's what's going on with that, all right? You need to have like, you know, better nutrition. You also need to get like more rest. And I also explained how you can get more natural energy without like, you know, spamming caffeine pills or coffee or all that stuff in this video right here, where it's just going to go into details of all the stuff that like steadily helps you build up that natural energy for yourself. Because it really is a thing of like, a lot of people are just very lethargic because most of the day we're sitting down. We sit down when we drive a car. We sit down when we're at school or work. We sit down like, you know, at restaurants, eating food, all this stuff like that. So the more you get off your feet, the less tired you're gonna be. The more you're able to move around, the less tired you're gonna be, the more your body's going to actually get like more energetic. Because remember this, us humans are made for movement. We are biologically designed for movement. And a lot of people who just think like, oh no, I'm just gonna laze about, when you start moving more, like whether it be like a 10-minute walk first thing in the morning, you're going to start noticing like, oh, I have more natural energy building myself. I have emotional regulation issues. So do I, so did I. Like that is one of those things, like again, that I will always talk about on this channel. I used to have really horrific rage, is why I have so many videos on mental health, because I used to like just flip out. My emotions would go up, down, and I would take my personal BS out on people who cared about me, and I would hurt people who cared about me because I just couldn't control myself. It was my shit, and like I hurt people, and I absolutely hate it. I went to therapy for it. I started meditating. I started reading all these books on like human psychology of like why I was acting that way. So if you need help with that, check out my video here. I have an entire mental health playlist as well, but like this is something I'm very passionate about because I understand that feeling of like, oh, I can't control myself. And the big difference is learning how to choose how to respond instead of react. Because something I used to do all the time was I would react. So it'd be like something happens, react, and it'd just be like a quick thing. But like I had to learn how to control that and channel myself and be able to go, all right, no, I'm going to respond to it like this. I'm going to respond. I'm not going to react abruptly, because that was just a big thing. So if you have anything to deal with emotional regulation issues, def check out this video. I also have another video I'm working on about anger stuff as well. That should be coming out sometime later this year that I'm very excited and very happy to be working on, just because it was a lot of work. But yes, you got this. You're not alone. A lot of people do it. And the whole thing of like crashing out, it's not a flex. It's just a sad thing that just shows that someone is damaged and they can't control how they are, you know, reacting. All right, so we got this together. I don't have money for the gym. That's okay. Outside is free. Your house, like your body. That's the beautiful thing about the human body, is you can do calisthenics. You can get yourself in great shape with that alone. Hell, I have tons of videos on this channel of how to like just use your body weight to build the body you want, or just to, you know, use stuff around the house. You can use backpacks. You can use sand. Like I just did a Goku back workout if people don't have a pull-up bar and stuff like that. There are various things you can do. All right, you are only limited by your creativity. All right, you can most definitely get in great shape at home with zero equipment. You don't need to go to a gym, especially while you work on getting your finances and stuff like that. So don't beat yourself up over this. I always overeat. Again, that is something that I've talked about openly before on this channel, how I have an eating disorder and how it's affected me over the years. Like for people who don't know, I've had like this stress eating disorder that has affected me colossally, where I would undo like months of hard work or weeks of hard work and stuff like that, just because I always eat my feelings. Like that would be a thing that just like creeps in every now and then. It happened really badly last year when my pup passed away, and it's always been a thing that like I can feel it coming on, but like I've learned how to improve myself and not like fall into it. And one of the things that has helped me a lot is making sure that you are eating enough protein, also making sure that your fiber is good, also making sure that you are really hydrated, and just making sure that the meals you're eating are stuff that tastes good, that you enjoy. It's not just like bland stuff that you're doing to like reach a goal. It's stuff that you want to enjoy eating and stuff like that. That makes it so easy to do. Again, I have a video for it right here. Check out this video I made like I think a month or two ago. It'll help you just get into the groove of things and show you how to eat this way. And even if you want like, you know, cheaper foods, I show you how to like, you know, do it so it tastes good. I always undereat. All right. So if you're a person who undereats on the opposite side of the spectrum, then I recommend actually drinking more of your calories. If you're feeling like, oh, okay, I can't, like, you know, it can be a bit intimidating to someone who does not have an appetite to like go like, oh, I need to eat this meal and stuff like that, especially if I'm trying to gain weight healthily. So I recommend, you know, getting some shakes, some smoothies in and stuff like that, healthy made, of course, and then just like doing your research and seeing what works best for you. That's what's going to help you like get into that like, you know, healthy state and be able to get those extra calories in without feeling like, oh God, I feel sick. I only have a pair of dumbbells. Hey, well, that's what I'm here for. Again, I got an entire playlist of tough like the tunes that you can do that only require your dumbbells. If you have lighter dumbbells, then all you gotta do is do higher reps and shorten the rest. If you have heavier dumbbells, then that's even better, okay? Like you can get so much done with heavier dumbbells. But again, it's just a thing of consistency. As a matter of fact, if you want a program for that, I have an entire program based on my favorite anime, However the Dumbbells You Lift, that is just follow along. You do it for 90 days. A lot of people have really enjoyed it. You can try that out if you're really interested in something like that. But again, I have tons of stuff on this channel that can help you, all right? Just in the description box if you're interested. I don't know how to eat healthy properly. So again, check out this video right here. I made it so that like you are able to diet very easily. You don't have to overthink it, all right? So it explains how to get all the protein, the fats, the carbohydrates, all that stuff in, and so that you actually feel good when you're like, you know, eating healthy, nutritional food instead of just feeling like, okay, this is bland, like I mentioned before. So go check that video out. I don't like lifting weights. Again, there's tons of calisthenic workouts on YouTube, on Google, all that stuff. I have tons in this playlist right here that you can check out on my channel if you want something you could just do at home, stuff like that. So no issue there. I find calisthenics repetitive and boring. Again, like I got tons of stuff on this channel with weight training you can try out. There's tons of stuff on Google, on YouTube and stuff like that if you want to try out as well. But like if we're here, just go check those out. I find both lifting and calisthenics boring. All right, so that's just a person who doesn't like structured, like, you know, exercise routines and stuff like that. And that's an easy fix too. Again, instead of doing exercise routines like that, you just do a physical activity. I actually did a video right here breaking down 12 different workouts that never get boring whatsoever, that you can do like a lot more consistently. And they're a lot more fun than just going to do like, you know, a bunch of random push-ups and pull-ups or like, you know, bench press and barbell rows and stuff like that. If you feel like those are boring to you. All right, so go check that out. There's so much various information. I get confused. This is a very common thing. It's called choice paralysis. You'll be watching one fitness influencer say one thing, and then you'll go hear another one say that one doesn't work because of this and that, and so you get confused and you never start, all right? That is not the best way to handle it. I have a video breaking down how to break this down in depth, but again, the key thing for you is to focus on one thing for 8 weeks. Just lock in for 8 weeks and take notes of how it's affecting you, because everybody is different, reacts differently, so you gotta see what works. I have been doing this for years. I have tons of workouts from since I was freaking 18 years old that I can tell you how it affected me, and I can see like, oh, this is how it benefited me for this, or how it negatively affected me, all right? So you have to lock in for 8 weeks, all right? Don't focus on anything else, all right? So check out that video right here for like 5 tips that'll help you like even more. I don't wanna leave the house. Again, tons of home workouts here on this channel that you can do that take 5 to 10 minutes a day, like not that hard. I don't wanna work out 6 days a week. You don't have to, all right? Again, like there's this notion that you have to do like the insane because you look up like stuff like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Ronnie Coleman's routines, stuff like that. You don't need to, all right? You can do 2 to 3 days a week. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a new program that's about 2 days a week, or like, and also like incorporating other stuff in it. Like I'm very excited that I should release that sometime next month, but it is something that is helping a lot of people I'm working with at the moment as my clients. And yeah, you do not need to do like insane amounts, especially because not everyone's trying to be a bodybuilder, all right? So get that out of your head. You can do 2 days a week, you can do 3 days a week, etc. Like, okay, you don't have to go 6. I don't know what program to do. Okay, so that just depends on you. Do you want to use like, you know, weights? Do you want to use calisthenics? Do you want to use both together? All right, there's tons of stuff on Google, on YouTube, all like, again, on this channel, there's tons of them as well. But if you want something a bit more in depth with like, you know, meal plans that you can follow along with and a calendar that you can mark off as you progress, I do have these programs available. Like I have my Rip Master program, which is just a calisthenic only thing that you do. You follow along with me, 20 minutes, 5 days a week, just do that. And then I have a dumbbell program, again, like I mentioned earlier, again, 20 minutes, 3 days a week. All you gotta do is just have a pair of dumbbells, follow along with me. Very simple, very effective, has helped a lot of people. Or you can do my hybrid training program, which is basically like just a Saiyan hybrid of like everything, calisthenics, weights, functional training, yoga, MMA, all that stuff. Everything like fitness related is in this program. It's about 90 days, you follow along with it. A lot of people have loved that because it's helped boost their athleticism. So you can check out those if you want something to just lock in on and do those 8-week things that I mentioned before. So check those out in the pinned comment down below. They're gonna help you just improve to the best of your ability if you're very interested in doing that. But again, you're not obligated to, it's just a thing I'm putting out there if you want something to be locked in. I just wanna be more attractive. That requires like your personality to be good first and foremost. And then again, just getting in shape will naturally make you more attractive. It just naturally will. Like I've seen it online when I get in cosplays and stuff like that. So just get in shape. Again, like everything we've talked about, you can do that a variety of ways. I want to be functionally strong, not just gym strong. Well, my good friend, the Pioneer, can help you with that. But if you're here already, like definitely check out this video. It's all the functional exercises you need to survive like a horror movie situation, just because I think they're just like super fun to do and will actually help you like increase not only like your aesthetic, but also help you increase your muscle strength and conditioning as well. So be sure to just check that out. I want people to stop messing with me. Okay, so that just means that you want a more intimidating appearance. Check out this video I made last October. All right, it's just about like building the muscles that make people second guess trying to F with you. I wanna build muscle and burn fat at the same time. All right, well, check out this video here. I show you how to do a recomp where you can just like mix that together. Or again, check out any of the programs I mentioned in the description box and pinned comment, because they are literally designed to do that. And again, there's tons of videos online that you can check out for that specific thing, but definitely check out that video right here. I'm injured or sick or have a disability. Okay, so I've had many share of injuries on this, and again, like props to you for like wanting to improve and stuff like that just because you're going through a hard time. What I recommend is making sure that you take note of what you can do. So if you can go to a physical therapist or something like that and get checked out, then just definitely see like what exercise you can do and then stock up and do them consistently. If you're someone who is just sick, then, you know, just rest, recover, drink water, you know, like give your body time to rest and recover, like eat like, you know, tons of nutrient dense foods, stuff that's going to help you just get back on your feet again. And if you're injured, same thing, just like take your time, physical therapy exercises, and steadily build yourself up. Don't just look at it as a thing to just be like, I can't ever do anything. No, find the things that you can do consistently, and that's gonna help you just evolve to your best self. And finally, I think I'm dealing with body dysmorphia because I keep comparing to everyone online. All right? This is a thing, I've said this so many times before on this freaking channel, all right? And it's something that I need you to understand. There is no perfect body online. No matter what you think it is, I want you to think of one right now, all right? It's not perfect online, no matter what you think, because there is just going to be a scrutiny for every type of fitness out there, all right? If you are just a bit decently buff with abs, all right? People are gonna say, oh, you got steroid accusations. Steroids. Even if you're natty, all right? It doesn't matter. If you are very lean, like Bruce Lee or something like that, and athletically built, people will say, he's not that jacked though, he's skinny, he's kind of weak though, he's not really that in shape, and shit like that. Like, people will just, like, you know, diminish those goals. If you're in between those, like, you know, just sort of in between that big but not too big but definitely not small, people will say, that muscle group's lagging, that muscle group needs some work, etc., stuff like that. If you're a strong man, people will say you're fat. If you are just healthy and fit, people will be like, he's not jacked though, so I'm not gonna listen to him. So there is nothing online that you could do to impress every single person. So you need to get that in your head, all right? Get that in your head. There is nothing you do. The only one you should be trying to focus on impressing is yourself. Unless you are doing like a physique competition where you have to get on stage and be judged for your body, which a majority of people on the planet are not. They are not doing that. A lot of people in fitness aren't even trying to do that. Everyone has different like goals and body types that they want to go for themselves. It's just a thing of going like, oh no, I want to see myself in that mirror, and I want to be proud of what I've accomplished for myself. Because if you keep going for everyone else, if you keep only doing this for outside approval, while it feels nice, it's very shallow and it doesn't last, and you're always gonna constantly be like, oh, I need to do better and all this other stuff. Just focus on being healthy for you, healthy and fit for you. The people who admire you will be like, oh man, you look great, and then just take it like, hey, thank you, I appreciate that. That's the mindset you have to go for. But don't worry about all this other stuff, because body dysmorphia is becoming rampant, and it's primarily because of that thing of like people not realizing there is no perfect body online no matter what you look like. And I don't say all this to be like, yes, I am so much better than all of you and stuff like that who don't do this. No, I am a human being. I am a human being. I have flaws. I have so many things like that. I go like, oh man, I wish I could improve here, here, and here, but I am able to, like, you know, fight those flaws and help people who also go through those things. Like, again, so many people online want to appear like I am the peak and nothing can go wrong and I am just, like, you know, perfect in every way. And it's like, nah, like I always say, Spider-Man is my favorite hero because he's the relatable one. He's like, oh man, like, you know, I need to get this done and do this, but like I'm trying my best and stuff like that, versus like, oh, I'm going to appear like, you know, how even though I love All Might, how he would always appear like, yeah, like I'm so great, but actually I'm going through this stuff, because people hide what they're going through behind the scenes. I'm not gonna go into that talk again. It's just a lot of people do that. So this is where I want to say this, all right? I'm a human being, you're a human being, we should be able to help each other out and stuff like that. And the people who try to bring you down, all right, it's something like they're just trying to, like, you know, do that thing because they don't feel well about themselves. And hopefully for some of those people, this has shown them, no, you can improve. And for other ones, hey, peace be with you. I hope you the best. But yes, if you made this far in the video, type I will evolve down below. It shows me who watched all the way to the end. And I know from a year from now, if you go on this video, I want to see how much you've improved, all right? Because I know you can do it. I know for a fact you can do it, improve on all the things that we've talked about. Again, if you need a program to get started, check my description box, pin comment, all that stuff. It'll help you get settled. And if you need a coach who wants to like help you improve, a sensei or something like that, I can most definitely help you there. All you gotta do is check out my link in the description box, and we could talk on Zoom and stuff like that, and just, you know, help you reach your goals, and I'll make you super, just saying. But remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, and don't forget, momentai. Now go have a great Jason day, all right? Just don't go any, like, you know, skinny dipping in the woods.